Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel.
Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for remembering our men and women serving overseas this Christmas season. Kim Gate, we need our number. What is our official number?
All right, 67,450.
67,450?
Yep.
That is amazing. Kim,
Wonderful.
what an incredible number. I can't believe it's 67,000. 10,000 for the troops. You've done it again, Southwest Florida. Thank you. From 92.5 Fox News.
Get the best sleep of your life. Helix makes personalized mattresses to fit your unique body type and sleep preferences. Go to helixsleep.com and get up to $200 off mattress orders.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
I just had my checkup, and my doctor could tell I've been eating healthier. But sometimes I have a hard time covering the cost of food. Luckily, my Humana Medicare Advantage dual-eligible special needs plan offers me a healthy foods card to help me pay for food at certain stores. If you have Medicare and Medicaid, you may get $25 to spend on approved groceries. You just swipe it like a credit card. My Humana Medicare plan also covers a lot more, such as medications, dental, eyeglasses, doctor visits, and hospital stays. Do what I did. Talk to Humana.
Talk to a Humana licensed sales agent now by calling toll-free 1-844-706-0557. Humana is a coordinated care plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Florida Medicaid program. Enrollment in this Humana plan depends on contract renewal. Sponsored by Humana Medical Plan, Inc. and the State of Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration. Plans may not be available in all areas. Benefits may vary by plan. Call to learn what plans are available in your area.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube for as long as they're going to let us stay up there. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe. That would be nice. Also at Facebook for the time being as well. Who knows? After today's show and our discussion about Facebook, maybe they might have some second thoughts or third thoughts or whatever the case may be. Whatevs. That's okay. There's other places. Listen, you're not a big fan of Twitter. You got Parler. It's awesome. You're not a big fan of YouTube. Hey, that's okay. You got Rumble. Look, there's a lot of places that we will be able to go. And certainly we can go right now. And that's the best part of living in the greatest country on the face of the planet, everybody. Because I'm pretty confident that if liberals had their way, there would be nothing like this. There would be no competition. Oh, hey, by the way, speaking of no competition, there is a problem there with Facebook. And that is their biggest problem, is the fact that when it comes to Facebook, there are some antitrust lawsuits that are going on right now. And you may be saying, well, I'm not even sure what that means, antitrust lawsuits. What's the big deal? There is kind of a big deal when you consider what it is that they are doing, which you probably have thought to yourself, yeah, I kind of knew that. But I wanted to dig a little bit into later on, not right this minute, because I want to get to some other things this morning, but Facebook, what they do, how they do what they do when it comes to people saying, in-kind contributions. I mean, helping the Democrats, right? They're the ones that are stopping, just like we've talked about with Twitter, information that would be on there that they are fact-checking. Who are the fact-checkers? And do you even know who Andy Stone is? Andy Stone is the guy that gets to decide whether or not you get to read certain things on that platform. He's the guy. Turns out that maybe there are some things about him you don't realize that we can dig in. Remember, it was Andy Stone, Facebook, who said, while I will intentionally not link to the New York Post article. You remember Hunter Biden, the New York Post article, the one that Twitter for weeks would not allow it to be posted. People were questioning, why are you doing this? We're in the middle of an election, and really? Okay. Well, it was Facebook that was doing the same thing. I want to be clear that this story is eligible to be fact-checked by Facebook's third-party fact-checking partners. In the meantime, we're going to reduce its distribution on our platform, that being Facebook. Who is Andy Stone? What is his history? May not surprise you when you find out. But the other thing, too, is what about what is going on right now? Doesn't anybody find it really weird, interesting that Axios has these stories that they're breaking about Hunter Biden and that he's under investigation for tax issues, quote unquote, and we find out more about the investigation into Hunter Biden, and we come to find out that since 2018 they've been kind of checking him out. There have been questions, even this morning we find out not very good news that people have been asking me about. That maybe there is a possibility that people that we have been counting on to help us when it comes to the investigation and looking into Hunter Biden, that maybe Attorney General Barr has not been, I don't know, how do I put this? Well, let's just say that Attorney General Barr knew about several investigations that were going on during the election season, spring to be exact. And according to some in the Wall Street Journal, I mean, we'll see what Attorney General Barr has to say about this, but according to the Wall Street Journal, he was working to avoid their public disclosure during the heated election campaign. Barr, quote, staved off pressure from Republicans in Congress for information into the investigations while the president and his allies pressured Barr into pursuing Joe and Hunter Biden. They had the information. They knew it was out there. They knew there were things that were going on. They wanted to know about this investigation. And there's two schools of thought here, everybody. Number one, either Attorney General Barr is someone who is an honest guy who understands that investigations happen, but that investigation could possibly lead to nothing. And rather than throw it out there during an election season and skew an election because of what is perceived, he took a pass on that and decided to do the investigations and find out what was going on without putting it out into the public. Or Attorney General Barr is someone that you can't trust. That is in the process of all of this. We don't know Attorney General Barr. We don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, quote unquote, in the Donald Trump, president of the United States sphere. We want to keep him in office, and there are questions. Your choice as to which Attorney General Barr is, but man. As Hunter Biden reveals the existence of these investigations, federal investigators serve him a subpoena. They want detailed financial information in connection with this criminal tax investigation going on in Delaware. CNN Politico backing it up, talking about backdating it to 2018. They're putting it out there. None of the investigations supposedly implicate Joe Biden, but you never know. I just find it interesting because is anybody else thinking the same thing that I'm thinking? Maybe you can give me your thoughts on this Friday, 239-479-5592. And by the way, happy Jake Day, Jake. I'm sorry, Jake the Millennial. Happy Jake Day. I am so sorry that I didn't say that to you right out of the gate.
No worries. I know it's Jake Day.
No, I know you know that it's Jake Day. By the way, for those that are new to the program or just tuning in, as you know, Fridays we call Jake Day because it's pretty much the day that Jake has been waiting for all week. It's the day that he checks out early. It's the weekend's here. This is his weekend, and so it's a happy day for him. He doesn't check out. So I don't know. What do you think about this? Because I find it fascinating that Axios, CNN, Politico, they're opening up now about these investigations. So we go back to the one, it's either one of two things. And I think Rush brought it up yesterday. And Rush was saying that the reason why all of this is happening, because this is a plan. That all of this is coming out after the election, knowing full well what was going on before the election. Facebook, Twitter, and others, and the media helping to get Joe Biden elected, or whoever the Democrat was going to be. Joe Biden was probably the one they wanted the most for the reasons I'll explain in just a second. That they knew that there was going to be this push, coronavirus. We cannot be able to step anywhere near a polling place. We can't step foot near a polling place. Are you kidding? We're in the middle of a pandemic. You got to do mail-in ballots, and during the summer, ballots, mail-in. You got to do it. Post office. Well, they'll be okay. We got to do it. Knowing full well what they were going to poll, which we start to see now. And understanding as well that when Joe Biden is elected president of the United States, now you put all of this information out. Now you question the family. Now you question the connections with China. And now you say, well, Joe Biden, hey, man, this is not our guy. We can't have this guy as president. And all along, that was your plan. Not to be right all along. Let's not confuse them. But that Joe Biden would be out. Kamala Harris would be in. And, man, you want to talk about, you think Joe Biden is going to push progressive ideology and policies? You haven't seen anything. Or they're going to do their best now to sprinkle a little bit of this information just to get it out in the interim. Remember, there are other things that are going on while you're too preoccupied with Texas and the lawsuits and everything that's happening with Texas and the 17 other states going against Georgia and Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and going to the Supreme Court, and whether the Supreme Court is going to do anything about this or not, or punt, which we'll get to in a second as well, that while you're too preoccupied paying attention to that, they'll sprinkle this out to say that they did their due diligence, but ultimately, there's nothing to see here. Now, if you don't think that that is a possibility, let's not forget that with the Hunter Biden issue, they've already claimed, and you've probably, if you haven't heard this cut from Newsbusters, it's amazing. Newsbusters put together a montage, an audio montage that is fantastic. You know, they started in 2019 when the claims about Joe Biden and the evidence there of his connections with China, which, hey, you know what? I forgot about this. Why are we not doing this right now, everybody? And forgive me, because I've been slacking a little bit. We got China Joe. Okay, I forgot about China Joe. So while the discussion about China Joe and the all the things that were coming up in 2019 and Newsbusters put together the media montage of there's nothing to see here.
I just want to deal in fact, because there is so much speculation out there, and there is zero evidence that Hunter Biden or Joe Biden did anything wrong here.
We should note, again, and you and I have said this in the air many times, there is no evidence that Joe Biden was, involved in any wrongdoing.
Of course, I want to note that there is no evidence that Joe Biden or Hunter Biden has done anything wrong.
I just want to reiterate.
And let's be clear for the viewers.
There is no evidence Biden did anything wrong.
I'll note again, because it's important.
There is no, I repeat, no.
There is no evidence that either Biden did anything illegal.
There's been no evidence. There was no evidence.
There's no evidence. There is no evidence.
There is not an iota of evidence.
No evidence Biden did anything wrong.
There's really
No evidence.
That Joe Biden
did anything wrong.
Nobody's ever accused there's no
Evidence whatsoever that Joe
Biden did
anything
wrong. Got that? Joe Biden did nothing wrong.
Hunter Biden did nothing wrong.
Yeah, done nothing wrong, right? And everybody's like, man, it's so obvious what the media is doing. But now, wait a minute, everything has changed because sprinkle out the information, have it out there all of a sudden, and the media changed their tune, right?
Biden's secret emails.
A really fishy story.
The Post claimed that the emails were found on a laptop computer that was brought to a repair shop in Delaware in the spring of 2019.
The FBI is now investigating whether those alleged Hunter Biden emails are actually connected to a larger foreign intelligence operation.
They may be related to a foreign intelligence operation. Foreign intelligence operation.
Foreign intelligence.
Foreign intelligence.
Foreign intelligence operation.
For all we know, these emails are made up.
The information found on the laptop may be part of a Russian disinformation campaign.
Part of a Russian disinformation effort.
Described by many intelligence experts as having hallmarks. All the hallmarks of a Russian disinformation.
Russian disinformation.
All right, it just keeps going and going and going. Okay, now it's a Russian disinformation campaign. That was in October. That's what they were making it out to be, right? All the headlines, Hunter Biden is a Russian disinfo. Dozens of former intel officials said that's what Joe Biden was talking, right? So they keep doing this. So it's one or the other. It's either they're pushing this right now and talking about it, the media outlets, because ultimately, like Rush said, they know that they want Joe out and they want Kamala in and they want to go full bump socialism, communism, left, far left. They want to go crazy. Or what? Or they're going to sprinkle it in when you're too busy to pay attention to try to make it go away. So it's one or the other. I don't know. What do you think? 239-479-5592. But remember that the media certainly, thanks to this president, has been called up on numerous occasions. How many times do we see what the media is doing? And realize who they are with and who they are not. The bigger question now, with what we know, is who are the people, who are the individuals that are like Eric Swalwell, that are in league with the Chinese Communist Party, taking money, helping, having these individuals here like Christine Fang, and what she was doing. It's a family show. Eric Swalwell, right? And how many other people are on the take? Because remember, the whole issue of what China does is really simple, right? It's hey, we're going to help to bundle money for you. We're going to help to get you money that you need to let's say run for president of the United States or run for office, whether it's locally or statewide or nationally, and we'll do all these little things. Maybe get some money for you in an organization that you've been looking to help in some way, shape, or form. And hey, gonna call in some favors. Man, it would stink if people knew that you were getting the money from us, wouldn't it? Or maybe that money would dry up to that company, and that company says, dude, come on, help us out. Let's keep this going, okay? So China's been able to do that. How many are on the take in the media? Look, there are a lot of questions that have to be answered here. And after January 20th, none of this is going to go away. I mean, it shouldn't. On the one side, you're going to have those that are not going to allow this story to go away and to keep it alive and to get information. And we want to know, and we're going to continue to talk about this and call out the names. And I don't care if it's Republicans. I really don't care. I don't care if there are local politicians that did the same thing. I want to know who they are. I want their names. I want to know if they did this. And on the other side, the left is never going to stop going after you, going after your values, going after this country, going after the constitutional republic. Heck, they could care less about the Constitution. It's clear that they don't care about the Constitution. Otherwise, they would be as concerned as you are with the mountains, the absolute stunning mountains of evidence of fraud. I noticed on Twitter, where was it? Oh, yeah. Here it is. You're going to love this. A little Hillary Clinton. Who's up for a little Hillary Clinton this morning? Anybody up for that? It's a
bowl of doggy doo.
Yeah, well, that's true. But let's give you a little morning. A little. I know that's funny. A little morning Hillary here. All right, here we go. Where? Oh, this is it. The election was not close, she put up on Twitter yesterday. There was no evidence of fraud. The states have certified the results. Yet Trump continues to try to overturn the election at the expense of our democracy. The emperor has no clothes. Republican electeds who continue to humor him have no spines. I think that's funny coming from Hillary. But if you go to the American Thinker, they have a summary of the Texas election lawsuit. And everything that they have found, the factual evidence that goes from Pennsylvania and the violation of election laws, the evidence of fraud to Georgia, to Michigan, to Wisconsin, all of it, every drop that they are going to present. And here's the dilemma. And this is the bottom line. And we'll talk about this more coming up. The Texas lawsuit's going to go to the Supreme Court's going to have to make a decision. 17 states, 106, I think, Republican lawmakers filing an amicus brief, right? There are plenty of people that are on board with this, and more will be added because they understand it's about the Constitution. But the Supreme Court's going to have to make a very heavy decision. And I'll get into, again, in case you're wondering how this case is playing out and what the Supreme Court has to decide. This time period in our history is unlike many others. I don't want to say any other, but I will say many others, and it's this. There is more pressure now on individuals, not bodies, not the Supreme Court, not legislatures, the individual in the legislature, the individuals that are mayors and city council commissioners, the individuals that sit on the Supreme Court. There is more pressure on those individuals when it comes to doing things that are constitutionally correct and recognizing what is happening here and making a difference than there has ever been, not because there's a different kind of pressure from people to do something. But there's the doxing. There's the destruction of property. There's the concerns about overturning an election. Not really overturning an election, but getting an election right that will cause cities to burn. People will die. I mean, I don't want to be hyperbolic, but there is a very good chance that there could be that kind of destruction, the kind of doxing like we've never seen in people's houses, in front of their homes with their kids and family members. We know all about it because we watched it happen during the summer. Do you see the difference now? There's a difference between going to the court makes a decision, and you're like, man, thought we had it. And if you make the wrong decision in our eyes, we'll make you pay. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube for the time being at Drew Steele Radio. Staybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
If you, like millions of Americans, need a job, you might look towards Amazon.
The company announcing a plan to retrain 29 million people around the world to work in cloud computing by 2025. A Wall Street Journal survey shows America's economy will likely slow further before a COVID vaccine can help the struggling economy in the second quarter of 2021. Streaming services continue their strong gains as COVID keeps people at home. Disney's CEO says its service, Disney Plus, could triple its worldwide subscriber count to 260 million by 2024. And stocks ended mixed yesterday after jobless claims jumped sharply last week. The Dow fell 69 points. The Nasdaq gained 66. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
What's the perfect holiday gift this holiday season? Untucked shirts. They're the comfortable, easy-to-wear styles every guy loves. And there's never been a better time to buy because everything at Untucked is on sale right now. Untucked shirts are designed to be worn untucked, so they help guys to look sharp and feel comfortable. Who wouldn't love to unwrap one of our iconic wrinkle-free button-downs, super soft flannels, and our famous polos? So don't wait. Our holiday sale is the best time to find the perfect shirt at untucked.com or at 80-plus Untucked stores. Untucked. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family the gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. A new Mercedes-powered Integra Quest motorhome, number 040595, is discounted over $41,000. Your holiday adventure begins at La Mesa RV, I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or lamesarv.com. All advertised prices plus tax tag title and $9.95 dealer fee. Offer expires day of ad.
Your new home is calling you to live the good life starting now. And River Hall is where it all starts. A true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master planned communities, with homes priced from the 500s to the 800s. Upscale country club living, complete with a Davis Love III championship golf course, all waiting for you. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow, we at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
Hey, this is Papa announcing our special discounts for the holiday season. If you have us clean and seal your tile roof, we'll also include your pavers and pool decks at no additional charge. Please let me thank all of you for your fantastic response to my wacky commercials that have made 2020 our best year in the past 34 years. If we clean and seal your tile roof, we can also change the color of your tile roof if you're tired of the existing color. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we wish you a safe and joyful holiday season. If you want to consider our special holiday discount offer, please call me Papa at 945-2700 for our free tile roof inspection. If we do find needed repairs, we'll make it affordable. Please call me at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700, license number CCC 133-1790. Remember, area code 239-945-2700.
Sunday on Wink TV, the biggest NFL games are on CBS, and the best place to watch Wink TV. Sunday at 1 is an AFC showdown. Patrick Mahomes leads Super Bowl champion Kansas City.
Coming in like a champion.
As they travel to Miami to face Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins. Kansas City Chiefs and Miami Dolphins. Sunday at 1. The NFL on CBS is on Wink TV.
Coming in like a champion.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, there will be a meeting at Fort Myers High School to figure out how a security breach was able to happen yesterday afternoon. Police say a man who was Baker-acted and left Lee Memorial walked right onto school's campus and then got inside a building. He walked through the backyards of people living nearby before he was eventually detained. More than 179,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses are coming to our state. On Sunday, the FDA will look at authorizing use of Pfizer's vaccine. Governor Ron DeSantis announced the Pfizer vaccine should be in Florida within the week. He says people at long-term care facilities and healthcare workers who are in high-risk and high-contact environments are top priority. Joseph DeVoliere is going to spend 24 months on probation. He pleaded guilty to threatening to shoot up a Fort Myers FedEx facility through text message. In addition to his probation, he must complete 50 hours of community service and attend anger management classes. FGCU researchers have good news after a research mission where they studied red tide blooms in the Gulf. After 12 hours in the water yesterday, they did not see too many signs of red tide. Researchers say compared to a few weeks ago, the water looked a lot better. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
I-75 is packed right now if you're heading southbound towards Corkscrew, but I'm not seeing a lot of brake lights on the highway, so that's some good news. Now, if you are in Fort Myers, Andrea Lane is slowing down heading west to US 41. The average speed is only at 8 miles per hour. Also a delay on Brayman to the west of 41 to McGregor Boulevard, and a tap on those brakes on Ford heading north to Edison. But we're still up to speed and pretty quiet, actually, on Veronica Shoemaker if you're looking for the alternate. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, after the cool start, a comfortable afternoon with a high temperature of 75. We will see periods of cloud cover and periods of sunshine. Now, not a washout, but a few showers are going to be passing by for your Saturday. Any rainfall is likely going to be quick and overall brief. And then we wake up to areas of fog on Sunday. But one of the headliners for the weekend, 80s are set to return. And actually on Monday, we will see both some morning fog and a few showers with high temperatures near 80 before we dip back down into the 70s by late next week. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Christmas time, and there's magic in the air. I can't promise snow here in Southwest Florida, but when I look in my grandchildren's eyes, I still see the magic of Santa Claus coming to town. I see in my mom's eyes the love of all the Christmases past, and when my wife Holly and I steal a kiss under our mistletoe, I see her eyes in the magic of a life together with our wonderful family. From our family to your family, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And may God bless you and your entire family. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949, keeping Christmas and Christ together.
Christmas is around the corner, and the deals at the Diamond District are only beginning. Now through December 13th, visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District and save up to 50% off beautiful diamond earrings, stunning diamond rings, bracelets, necklaces, and more.
At the Diamond District.
For over 2 decades, when Southwest Florida businesses wanted to increase profits and productivity, they turned to the Panther. Panther Printing, 936-5050. Panther Printing is the area's largest printing, publishing, and direct mail company. Over 35 highly skilled professionals, the newest state-of-the-art equipment, and a huge 20,000 square foot production center right here in Southwest Florida. Most importantly, Panther Printing can save you money. Simply pull out your most recent invoices for newsletters, publications, magazines, menus, flyers, brochures, direct mail postcards, and all your other printed materials. Call Panther at 936-5050 now. Panther Printing's new website offers 24/7 pricing and order status for easy ordering and online tracking. Panther Printing, 936-5050. 936-5050. And online at pantherprinting.net. Take your business to the next level with the power of the Panther. Panther Printing, 936-5050.
By now, you've already heard that only Naples Nissan will give you the full original base MSRP for your trade-in. You may even be sick of hearing about it. Yes, for several months now, we've been telling you to bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now to get the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. You've already heard us say, if your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original MSRP for it. So, why have we been advertising the same offer for so many months now? Because it works. We've taken in hundreds of quality trade-ins, sold hundreds of new cars, and made hundreds of new happy customers. And you can still get full MSRP for your trade-in too. Come see us here on Pine Ridge Road and drive your brand new Nissan home today. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Happy holidays, Southwest Florida. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have 2 choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
I work from home, so my home is also my office. And when I'm working, especially since my office is in the back room, I get all of the daytime sunshine. When I'm sitting in my office, I can tell the heat of the day is coming in because it's coming in through my old windows. So one of the benefits I experience directly, day in and day out, is having cooler temperatures in my room as a result of getting Storm Shield windows. My old windows, the heat came in, the room got hot, my air conditioning continued to work harder, and now we don't have any of that.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%. And our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Staying at home alone during the holidays? You're not the only one cooped up. Tune in tonight for a very special Christmas variety special with all your favorite performers in prison, like songs from R. Kelly.
My mind's telling me no.
Close 22. Comedy classics from Bill Cosby.
Noah. Right.
And the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic.
Carol Basket, Carol Basket, Carol Basket.
It's a criminal justice system Christmas.
How good?
Tonight.
Okay, that sucked.
On CBS.
All right. Hey, I wonder if... The only reason I find that funny is because if we're going to have celebrity criminal Christmas specials, I wonder if Eric Swalwell one day will be part of that. Oh, no, you can't do that. That's not really the facts, right? I mean...
not a joke.
Yeah. What about the facts?
Facts.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, speaking of Eric Swalwell, did you know that his dad and his brother were Facebook friends and remained Facebook friends with the suspected Chinese spy? They were Facebook friends until Wednesday. They finally severed ties on Facebook. What does that even mean? I'm friends with you on Facebook, and it's like, oh gosh, I'm severing ties. I'm good, right? Everything's fine now, right? Everything's okay. I didn't have anything to do with it. It's just, I had no idea that Fang Fang was that kind of Fang Fang, and both Joshua Swalwell, Eric's brother, and Eric Swalwell, his father, were friends with Fang on Facebook, according to screenshots captured by the Daily Mail. They changed their relationship on the social media site on website on December 9th after reports about the links. Oops. He liked the photo that Swalwell's brother posted in 2016 that featured the brothers together. Oh, while the senior Swalwell liked 2 photographs that the alleged spy posted in the last 2 years. See, this isn't like a, hey, I just friended somebody because, they're a friend of a friend and I don't really know who they are and they seem like they're nice. And I think I met them once at a Christmas party back in 2007 or something like that. So you friend them. It's not that kind of thing. No, it's like, hey, I friended you. And, oh, by the way, I really love the picture of you hanging out with my sons and all kinds of other things that are going. There's a little bit more of a connection there. All right. After the report that Fang raised funds for Swalwell and even placed an intern in his office, the representative refused in interviews to answer questions about what happened. His office says he provided information that might be classified about Fang to the FBI. Might be classified? And hadn't seen her in nearly 6 years. Yeah, it may or may not be classified. Well, that's interesting. Because I'm not sure. How many people do you hang out with on a regular basis that may or may not need to be informed about to the FBI? Because there may or may not be some classified stuff going on with that individual. I don't know. I'm just asking. So is the media doing their best right now to bury this whole story? You got Nancy Pelosi, who yesterday was like, oh, come on. There's nothing to see here. What are you guys talking about?
Over. That was the end of any communication with those people. So it isn't, I think we should make sure that everybody knows what they are being subjected to.
Can I just ask another question? That's Nancy Pelosi there with reporters being asked about Eric Swalwell. And, she knew about it. But, he said, hey, I don't want to hang out with her anymore. There's nothing to see her. And she's like, okay. Can I just ask a quick question, kind of as an aside before I get into more audio from Nancy Pelosi? Knowing that it was Bill Nye, the science nut, who tried to inform us not too long ago that wearing a mask is the way to keep out the vid. And he went out of his way to scientifically, because, he's a scientist. I mean, he's hardcore. To let everybody know that scientifically that masks are there to protect you from the vid. And when you wear a mask, that pretty much you can be sure that there isn't a whole lot of air that's going to be flowing in between. Remember, he did that whole little test. Here you go.
This is a homemade face mask. It has just 2 layers of cloth with a pipe cleaner sewn in to help it fit against the bridge of your nose.
Yeah.
And it blocks the movement of air very effectively.
Yeah, blocks the movement of air effectively, right? Remember, he covered his face and he was trying to blow out a candle and couldn't do it. Look at that. Yeah.
If you're wearing one of these, you're protecting yourself and those around you.
Yeah, okay, so he was trying to demonstrate that not a lot of air goes through the mask and everything, and he couldn't even blow out a candle. Can I make a suggestion and a comment that I'm not sure many people have brought up? Does that mean that it works the other way as well? Like, if you're trying to breathe air in, is that kind of restrictive on your breathing? I'm just asking because I'm really concerned about the amount of oxygen that gets to Nancy Pelosi's brain at her age. I'm just, listen, this is about me being conscious of the fact that older people definitely need more oxygen because of their cognitive issues and things that could possibly. I'm just asking, if we're trying to keep oxygen in the flow of air and everything, it goes out, but coming in, it's the same thing, right?
But I don't know that it means that we have to background checks for every intern who comes into the Capitol.
Yeah, because she was asked, shouldn't you background check individuals that are going to be maybe working for interns and the like, for representatives in Congress, people in the Senate? And she's like, no, we don't have to do that for every person that walks in. I didn't ask you about every person. I'm talking about people that are going to be intimately working with people like you and others. But she's like, nah.
I do think that it's unfortunate that Mr. McCarthy is trying to make an issue of this when his leader, we all found out at the same time, the Republican leadership, and that several members had been approached.
Were you briefed on this?
Were you briefed on it, she's being asked?
We were all, at the same moment, the House, Republican and Democratic leaders, and the leadership of the committee were briefed at the same moment.
Yeah, we just found out about this. We had no idea. But I mean, what do we have to do background checks for everybody now? Is that what you're suggesting? That every single person that comes in contact with somebody who's in Congress, that we have to background check them? I mean, we bring them all. What are we going to do? We're going to start background checking people that are actually walking in the building? In some ways, you might want to think about that. But here's the beauty part. Because a lot of people were focusing on how she was saying things about Swalwell. Like, I don't say this is nothing. There's nothing to see here. He said nothing's wrong, and I believe him. And people have been focusing on that. They haven't been focusing on the second part of this. This is a beauty.
Make sure you know that, because he keeps going around saying, when did they know? We knew when they knew.
Yeah.
And at that time, that was the end of it. But you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to deflect attention from the fact that he has QAnon in his delegation over there.
So Nancy Pelosi is saying, you don't understand. You've got McCarthy, House Minority Leader McCarthy is over there, and he's trying to bring up all this stuff about Eric Swalwell and Chinese spies and these connections, and we're really concerned about what's going on here and everything else. And he's only doing that to deflect from the fact that over there on the Republican side, he's hooked up with people from QAnon. What? And the media doesn't challenge that. They just let that go. Like, what? Yeah, that's where you go when you pretty much know you're busted. And I'm really concerned when it comes to Nancy Pelosi.
Bowl of doggy do.
Listen, I'm really concerned that, again, can we make sure that Nancy Pelosi, when she's doing these press briefings, doesn't wear a mask? Because if Bill Nye the Science Nut tells us that a double-layered cloth mask, which apparently looks like she's wearing, you can't even blow out a candle when that thing is on your face. And you're trying to blow out, and it's not working. I would assume that air flowing would be restricted in the opposite direction as well, right? So if you're trying to breathe, I'm assuming that there's probably a possibility that if you're wearing a double cloth mask, that you may have a problem getting enough oxygen in there. And I worry about the oxygen intake of Nancy Pelosi. How about you? 239-479-5592. Okay. Roger's been holding patiently in Punta Gorda. He wants to talk on this Jake Day Friday. So why not? Let's open up the phones to him and you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I sent you a text, but I'm just confused.
Tell me.
If there's all this fraud and there's all this evidence of fraud, why hasn't Bill Barr been fired? Why isn't he under investigation? All the four Republican governors, the four Republican states attorney. Excuse me.
Well, we have. Well, first of all, when it comes to states attorneys and when it comes to lawsuits, we are joining in, and there are people with briefs that are joining in and backing Texas in this lawsuit. If you're asking specifically about the story about Attorney General Barr, according to the Wall Street Journal, that says he knew in the spring about Hunter Biden and the investigations, and he worked to avoid the public disclosure because of the heated election campaign, and he didn't want to be the person that was going to throw something out that could sway the election. It was very Comey-esque in the way that it was worded by the Wall Street Journal. Like, I didn't want to, I wasn't going to put anything out there that was going to sway an election kind of thing. Is that your suggestion? Like, why aren't we doing something with Attorney General Barr? Is Roger gone? Did we lose?
I think he dropped.
Okay. So, the big question, I brought up this story according to a person familiar with the matter. See, so here's the problem. When you see the story from the Wall Street Journal, when it comes to a person familiar with the matter. Now, remember, not Wall Street Journal, the editorial side, but the Wall Street Journal itself. The editorial pages of the Wall Street Journal are very good. The Wall Street Journal itself is pretty much just like everybody else. But when I hear a person familiar with the matter that Attorney General Barr staved off pressure from Republicans in Congress for information into the investigation, I want to know more. And, is Attorney General Barr in all of this a good guy or a bad guy? Always the questions about the investigations into the Russia collusion hoax and how come we don't have a lot of the information that we want and full disclosure. And so there are always going to be those questions, but still, well, maybe not always. But for right now, I'm not really sure about this. This is kind of one of those things you let play out a little bit just to see where it goes and if he makes comments. But again, going back to what Nancy Pelosi was saying and Eric Swalwell, the media, and even some in Congress trying to bury the Swalwell story. And the answer is it sure looks that way. Fox News called out all the networks for zero coverage of the bombshell story from Axios about Eric Swalwell, and he may have a close relationship with a suspected Chinese spy who fled to China a few years ago. Swalwell has refused to confirm or deny that he had an intimate relationship with his office, office claiming that such an answer could compromise classified information. Nobody talked about it. ABC, NBC, CBS. Nobody covered the story. And there are many people that are still trying to figure this out. It was Jonathan Turley, of all people, who was questioning, like, why are we not hearing about this? MSNBC and other news outlets couldn't get enough of the story about Trump Jr., but has an effective blackout on the same allegation of Swalwell, not just bumping into a spy, but carrying on a long relationship and even allowing her to raise money for him, help him put an intern in the congressional office, and, you know, the dad and the brother are like hanging out with, having pictures and putting them on Facebook and liking. But this is what the media does. So, I mean, we all know that, but, you know, ultimately, this story has legs. Anything related to China is going to have legs leading into the next year. If for some reason it turns out that Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States. By the way, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on the cover of Time magazine is Person of the Year, which in and of itself is hilarious. The two of them are Person of the Year. Okay. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live for the time being as long as we can on YouTube and Facebook at Drew Steele Radio. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Rush Limbaugh. The Chevy Camaro, one of America's iconic muscle cars. But if you live in California or Washington State, 3 Camaro models, the SS, the Z11-1, the 1LE, are going to be off limits to you starting January 1st. The Camaros are being banned because of what's in their brake pads. 10 years ago, both California and Washington State enacted stringent laws to limit the amount of copper that automakers are allowed to use in brake pads. Well, here's the problem. Whenever drivers apply their brakes, it kicks off a tiny amount of brake dust. That brake dust includes particles of copper and other metals used in the manufacture of brake pads. The evil, toxic brake dust then gets deposited on the road. The wind blows it all over the state and then all over the world. And ultimately, this brake dust mixes with rain. It gets washed into the rivers. And here's the worst aspect of it all. Copper is bad for fish. It messes with their sense of smell. It makes it easier for other fish predators to kill the fish that have been exposed to brake dust. So no Chevy Camaros for you muscle car fans in California or Washington, at least until Chevy gets rid of the copper brake dust. Bad for you, good for the fish. Do you believe this? Your family might save more than $800 a year on your cell phone bill just by switching to Pure Talk from Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. You're not sacrificing coverage with the switch. Pure Talk has the same coverage, the same bars as one of the big carriers, but at half the amount. There's a lot you can do with an extra $800 a year. Get unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs of data every month for just $20 a month. 2 gigs of data, that's the average data usage amount for most cell phone users. And if you go over on your data usage, Pure Talk does not charge you for it. Grab your mobile phone, dial pound 250, and say Pure Talk. You'll save 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250 and say the key word, Pure Talk. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text from Pure Talk.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family a gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, there's an RV for every budget and lifestyle. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. Plus, every RV is holiday priced. Let your holiday adventure begin at La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or LaMesaRV.com.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
Hey, with all that's going on right now, many of us are thinking about our health and finances more than we usually do. So with the December 15th deadline to get health coverage for 2021, you should know Florida Blue offers up to $500 in rewards just for staying healthy. With the Florida Blue Health and Wellness Rewards Program, you can earn rewards for completing easy activities like going to your annual wellness visit or just getting a flu shot. You can use that $500 to pay your premiums, and if there's extra, it covers any other health care expenses you have. With Florida Blue's affordable plans, this $500 goes a long way. So get health care that gets you and gets rewarded for simply taking care of yourself. Don't wait. Your last chance to enroll for 2021 is December 15th. Florida Blue's expert agents are ready to help you enroll today. Call 800-530-4648 or visit floridablue.com/we-get-you.
Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc. These health benefit plans have limitations and exclusions. The amount of benefits provided depends upon the plan selected, and the premium may vary with the amount of the benefit selected. Rewards available for individual ACA members 18 years or older. Reward amounts will apply to premiums, and excess amounts may be redeemed subject to the rewards program terms and conditions. 104066.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. A security company's been hired to protect the building and everything inside since it's now completely unprotected. That building near Crystal Drive and Metro Parkway in Fort Myers burned for hours yesterday morning. Investigators say they still don't know the cause. Florida saw more than 11,000 COVID-19 cases yesterday. It is the highest since July 25th, but our infection rate is remaining steady. It's right around the medium to high mark. Joseph DeVoliere is going to spend 24 months on probation. He pleaded guilty to threatening to shoot up a Fort Myers FedEx facility through text message. In addition to his probation, he must complete 50 hours of community service and attend anger management classes. FGCU researchers have good news after a research mission where they studied red tide blooms in the Gulf. After 12 hours in the water yesterday, they did not see too many signs of red tide. Researchers say compared to a few weeks ago, the water looked a lot better. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
I-75 is packed right now if you're heading southbound towards Corkscrew, but I'm not seeing a lot of brake lights on the highway, so that's some good news. Now, if you are in Fort Myers, Andrea Lane is slowing down heading west to US 41. The average speed is only at 8 miles per hour. Also a delay on Bremen to the west of 41 to McGregor Boulevard, and a tap on those brakes on Ford heading north to Edison. But we're still up to speed and pretty quiet, actually, on Veronica Shoemaker if you're looking for the alternate. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, after the cool start, a comfortable afternoon with a high temperature of 75. We will see periods of cloud cover and periods of sunshine. Now, not a washout, but a few showers are going to be passing by for your Saturday. Any rainfall is likely going to be quick and overall brief. And then we wake up to areas of fog on Sunday, but one of the headliners for the weekend, 80s are set to return. And actually on Monday, we will see both some morning fog and a few showers with high temperatures near 80 before we dip back down into the 70s by late next week. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour. Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Front all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 12/21/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment installation, taxes, and fees extra, subject to change.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
Christmas is around the corner, and the deals at the Diamond District are only beginning. Now through December 13th, visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District and save up to 50% off beautiful diamond earrings, stunning diamond rings, bracelets, necklaces, and more.
At the Diamond District.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Svetlana Kogan, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South. Almost 2 decades of clinical experience in New York taught me a lot about doctoring. My philosophy is that less medication is better. I prescribe healthy lifestyle, good food, and exercise to heal and prevent most of the health concerns. I teach my patients how to use herbs, vitamins, and supplements properly, and spend a great deal of time with each of my patients, empowering them with mind-body balancing steps to prevent illness and avoid hospitalization. If you're looking for an experienced doctor who is knowledgeable in holistic approach to health, check out my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com to learn how becoming a part of my patient family can make you healthy and joyful again.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
but it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida, Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch, as long as we are still allowed to be there at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe. And also, don't forget about Facebook as well. We are there for the time being. We're going to get into some Facebook news and stories as well. And you know, Facebook, an antitrust suit, what does that mean? What about the communications guy at Facebook and, you know, some of the things that he has left out and some of what Facebook does when it comes to their fact-checking? You know, some of the fact-checking that we're constantly hearing about, even in local and state news organization, newspapers, you know, all these fact-checkers. What about them? You know, there's some interesting news on the fact-checkers as well. We'll get to a couple of things. First of all, hey, a big congrats to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris together. They are the person of the year on for Time Magazine. There it is. They're on the cover. Look at them. And yeah, they are the person of the year. Of course, it's persons, but you can't put persons of the year. I don't know how that works, but let's just put it this way. Time decided to make them person of the year. And in the story about them being person of the year, there was a whole lot of Trump bashing. It's not an award. It's a marker. It's a history as it's written, whether good or bad. Well, it's certainly, well, I don't know. Hey, listen, a big congratulations to Joe.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Yeah, there you go. So congratulations to that guy as Times Person of the Year. And, of course, Kamala Harris. And you remember about Joe Biden and all the frisky business that Joe likes to do with the creepy, frisky stuff. Well, we forgot about that, didn't we, when Kamala Harris was asked about you know, the people that were accusing him of being a little too frisky, you know what I'm saying?
I believe them, and I respect them being able to tell their story and having the courage to do it.
Do you believe that the vice president should enter this race?
Oh, he's going to have to make that decision for himself. I wouldn't tell him what to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell him what to do, but she may be telling him what to do soon, or maybe not telling him anything, because who knows how long he's going to be together. What a tag team they are, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Hey, big congrats to you guys. You kids are, at least one of you is kind of a kid. I mean, in the sense of things. And
not a joke.
Not a joke. So a little bit of Person of the Year this morning. So that was some fun news. Here's also some fun news, maybe a little inside Drew Steele baseball on this Jake Day, and Jake the Millennial may not even know this either. So I'm going to give you a little insight into Drew Steele that maybe many of you in Southwest Florida don't know about. You may know that in my former life, a part of my former life, not only talking politics, was also songwriting, an EMI music published songwriter I am. And I've had movie soundtracks and had top 20 Billboard songs, and I've written with many different individuals. And one of the people that I've had an opportunity to write a few times with and spend some time with is country singer John Rich. And along with my songwriting partner, Charlie Steele, no relation. But we together wrote a bunch of songs. You may not know this. One of them was a song for John Michael Montgomery. It goes like this.
You can believe in me, 'cause I'm never gonna turn my back. Baby, I can promise you that I'll never leave.
Just a little inside baseball there. That was 2000. What was that? 2003. Man, was it that long ago? All right, just a little bringing it up. But that was my wedding song as well. So that was pretty cool. If my wife is listening, love you. But John Rich is in the news, and he bet a journalist $10,000 that the Supreme Court will overturn these election results right now, and Donald Trump will serve another 4 years as president of these United States. How about that? People putting their money where their mouth is. And listen, he doesn't think he's going to be sworn in. We have yet to see. But John's that guy. I mean, there's no doubt about it that when you see him on Fox and you know about John Rich, one thing you know is, hey, listen. He tells it like it is. From the heart, and he's that guy. So I wonder if that's going to happen, as we know that with the Texas lawsuit, and they're taking what they're calling an election long shot. The editorial board at the Wall Street Journal says, can a state be harmed by the way other states conduct their elections? And the question is going to be ultimately that the lawsuit is saying that the court should intervene and order the 4 state legislatures to deny Mr. Biden the Electoral College votes. He claims, according to the article with some justification, absolutely, that the Constitution gives state legislatures the power to choose electors. But that is what they've done already in certifying the vote. So he wants the court to tell the legislatures to nullify the certifications and then presumably either hand over their electoral votes to Mr. Trump or deny them to either candidate. If the states do the latter, the election would be decided by the House of Representatives, and that's where it gets interesting. You know, there are people that are saying, well, what's the remedy? How does this work? Like, what's the path? If you're watching me on YouTube, you see I did the hand gesture, the path. And it was funny enough. One of the things that I noticed on Twitter, and I'm trying to think of whose account, who brought this up. Was it Tom Elliott? It probably was. No, I'm sorry. It was The Reckoning. It was Seth J. Levy on Twitter who brought this up. I thought it was interesting only because Fareed Zakaria was on CNN. You know, he has a show, I guess, on the weekends that you don't have to worry about watching it or anything else. We're just playing clips. It's not that important. But he is someone who's on CNN. And on November 26th, he was kind of explaining how the president could lose the election, according to this Newsweek article, and still remain president. How he could lose the election and still remain president. Now, he didn't realize how prescient he was in what he was saying at the time. They were looking at it as Trump's not going to leave office. He's going to surround the White House. He's not going to allow anybody to come in. You're going to have to rush the gates. That kind of nonsense, right? But he did kind of spell out constitutionally how this would work. And I don't know how wrong he is, because it kind of plays out now. Listen to this.
The system of electing the president is complicated because it was not designed to be directly democratic. The Constitution calls for states to choose the presidential electors, who in turn gather to vote for the president.
Yeah, we're a constitutional republic, right? Okay, we're not a democracy, everybody. We are a republic. Got it.
Over time, states have passed laws that ensured their state's popular vote for the presidency would determine the electors.
Right, and that is the issue that's at play right now. The legislatures each state deciding how they're going to do this. That's the big problem with the Texas lawsuit. Now we're following this, that the big problem is that what the legislatures did in these states was they changed things at the last minute. They decided to stop the voting counts and kick everybody out and allow these ballots to come in after the fact. They were not going by the laws of the state, right? So that is the big issue.
But those are laws, not a constitutional obligation. Now, Imagine the scenario during election week.
All right, here's the scenario that he's bringing up.
Trump is leading on November 3rd, but Joe Biden pulls ahead in the days following. Republicans file objections to tens of thousands of mail-in ballots. Democrats file countersuits. Taking account of the confusion, legislators decide to choose the electors themselves.
Okay, so all this confusion, I mean, obviously there's no countersuits, but we know what the issue is, and so do the Democrats. And so now the legislatures, everybody's looking and saying, well, what do we do now?
Here's the worry. Of the 9 swing states, 8 have Republican legislatures. If one or more decide that balloting is chaotic and marred by irregularities, they could send what they regard as the legitimate slate of electors, which would be Republican. Democrats may object and file lawsuits. In some of those states, Democratic governors or secretaries of state could send their own slates of electors to Washington. That would add to the confusion.
Following all of this, the confusion there, the legislatures like, we're making all of this invalid. We're going to send electors that we believe, and we're going to send the Republican legislatures would send electors for the president and governors and secretaries of state. And you hear there is like, no, it's Biden's race. You can't do this. And then and all of a sudden there's this confusion.
But that might well be part of the Republican plan, because you see, when Congress convenes on January 6th to tally the electors' votes, there would be challenges to the legitimacy of some electors. It's possible congressional Republicans could decide that disputed states should simply not be counted. Suppose in this scenario, Michigan's votes are invalidated. That would ensure that neither candidate would get to 270 electoral votes. At that point, the Constitution clearly directs that the House of Representatives vote to determine the presidential election. But it does so with each state casting a single ballot. If the current numbers hold, there would be 26 state delegations that are Republican and 23 Democratic, with one tied. So the outcome would be to re-elect Donald Trump. Trump doesn't need to do anything other than to simply accept this outcome, which is constitutional.
Which is constitutional. Did you see that? Little did they understand that at the time what he was talking about was this idea that Republicans were going to try to figure out a way to make it so that the president could stay in office, illegitimately, is what he was trying to say. That on November 26th. But little did he know, or maybe he did, that the mail-in ballot issue was going to be the issue, because they all know, and everybody knows, that the reason why we're in the predicament we are in is because of what the legislature thought that they would get away with and decide to do because of this, because of the vid, and we can't leave, and there's no way. I mean, you can go to the grocery store, you can go shopping, you can wear masks, and you can social distance, and you can do all of this stuff, but there's no possible way that you could show up at a polling place. No. So, of course, they pushed the mail-in ballot. You got the whole, the story. But that's the way it would lead to the president being able to be reelected. And he doesn't realize how right he is constitutionally, that's how it would work. And so as it plays out, will that be the scenario? And maybe that's the scenario that could be the winning scenario. The Supreme Court takes this up. They decide that there is a case here. They decide to invalidate what has happened in these states because of the Constitution and Equal Protection Clause, to which it would kick over to the state legislatures, to which they would send electors, to which the states would be like, no, we're sending Biden electors. And then you got this confusion to which it would go, or it could go directly, according to the Supreme Court, right to the U.S. House of Representatives, in which case it's about one vote per state. And right now, Republican states outnumber Democrat states. And in that case, that's how this plays out. Will that be the scenario? That's the one people are waiting for. That's what they're hanging on. And Jake, let's go to break right now, and we'll see. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live for the time being on YouTube. If you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, go ahead and subscribe. And Facebook as well, for the time being. Maybe we should talk a little bit about Facebook coming up as well, and what kind of issues they have happening. Oh, yeah. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic, here's Sabrina Katz.
A crash at Jamaica Bay Boulevard and South Tamimi Trail is slowing traffic heading northbound on 41 towards 6 Mile. Also delays in Fort Myers on Daniels Parkway heading west of Gateway. And we do have a crash at Park 78 Drive and Bayshore Road. This is delaying traffic heading eastbound on Bayshore Road to I-75. Also a delay on Palm Beach Boulevard heading west to the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Clouds and sunshine for you Friday with highs in the 70s. We're in the 80s for the weekend with a few showers possible Saturday and then areas of morning fog on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing cost program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, call us at 313-5000, that's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
So Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today. Gets it fixed up. No mess. No problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Just looking at the case, the smoking gun in the Facebook antitrust case, according to Wired. Imagine a popular social network that takes privacy super seriously. By default, your posts are visible only to people in your real-life community. Not only does the company not use tracking cookies, but it promises to never do it. It even announces that future changes to the policy will be put to a vote. It's hard to imagine now, but such a social network existed. Wait, which one was it? Oh, it's Facebook. Yeah, the company's journey from privacy-focused startup to mass surveillance platform is at the heart of the long-awaited antitrust case filed today by a group of 46 states, along with the District of Columbia and Guam. Guam! The bipartisan coalition is talking about how Facebook has dominance through years-long strategy of anti-competitive tactics. So what's that? Buying up rivals like Instagram and WhatsApp. They buy up all the rivals. They get them all together. They get a little bit of competition from Google. Next thing you know, they're like, yeah, remember all that stuff about keeping everything super serious about your privacy? Yeah, forget that. We're done with it. Also, by the way, in case you're wondering more about Facebook and the history, how about Andy Stone? Andy Stone of Facebook fame. Andy Stone is the guy who... he's the policy communications director at Facebook. He decides who gets to speak on Facebook and who doesn't. Remember, it was the New York Post, thanks to Andy Stone, that was like, yeah, we're going to reduce the distribution on the platform of the New York Post because we don't like the Hunter Biden story and we kind of think, whatever we think, and they're fact checkers. Well, remember, Andy Stone is somebody who has connections with strategic services for a company that helped nonprofits like Black Lives Matter, Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights campaign, and then got himself a gig at the Democrat National Committee there and started working for Barbara Boxer in California, big Democrat connections. And there's more to this. Maybe coming up, we'll get to some of that on the way.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Do you want more for your child's education? Mason Classical Academy is a K-12 tuition-free school with a proven track record, earning A grades every year since its founding, and ranks in the top 2% of all Florida public schools. Mason Classical Academy's students learn objective truth, beauty, and to pursue the good in all things. They prepare their students for more than just passing a state test. The Mason Classical Academy classrooms promote patriotism, civics, moral character, a love of history, and the true story of Western civilization. Their challenging classical curriculum and traditional teaching methods show students how to think, not what to think. Mason Classical Academy is available to any student, regardless of income or zip code. If you want more for your child's education, Mason Classical Academy is the answer. Learn the true, do the good, love the beautiful. Enroll your child now for the tuition-free 2021-2022 school year by visiting masonacademy.com today.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking to my good friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters. And I love talking to Dave because when I talk to Dave, I know that means he has something special for you. In this case, like I have in my home, Core Tech is absolutely amazing, Dave. And I got to tell you, I love it. My wife loves it. And boy, you've got a lot of Core Tech right now in stock.
Yes, we do. And we've got about 6 or 7 truckloads coming to beat the tariff increase. And we're going to guarantee a freeze of the prices on all our in-stock Core-Tech. We're not going to go up 50 cents a square foot, and we're going to save it for our customers.
And so when it comes to Core-Tech, I mean, it is just amazing the selection that you have. And not only that, the installation is incredible. What you do there is fantastic.
Yes, and we stock 100 colors of Core-Tech.
Floor Meisters, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
National Exterminators Theater presents The Godfather's Christmas Carol.
Wait, what's that? I must be dreaming.
Yeah, you're not dreaming, wise guy. It's me, Rats of the Rat.
I thought I whacked you a whiles back.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. Here to warn you and the boys at National Exterminators about some special visitors tonight.
Great, now I may never get back to sleep.
Yeah, and what about me, Bugsy the Roach, the pest of Christmas past? Yeah, I'm gonna haunt you and the boys that rubbed me out too.
And remember us? The Anthill Mob. We're the ghosts of pests in the present. We'll be all over if you don't hire an exterminator.
And me, Godfather, Tony the Termite, the ghost of pests to come. I'm gonna chew up the place because you didn't hire National Exterminators.
I know this movie. It's just like A Christmas Carol. This can't be true, because when me and the boys at National Exterminators rub you out, you stay out.
Your Christmas Carol doesn't have to be a nightmare. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 46 No Bug. That's 46 No Bug. And from the gang at National Exterminators, Merry Christmas.
The Senate is expected to pass a one-week spending bill today to avoid a partial government shutdown. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi suggests working through Christmas if necessary to get a coronavirus financial relief bill done.
We need more time, then we take more time. But we have to have a bill, and we cannot go home without it.
Fox's Jared Halpern.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is suggesting Congress move forward on a plan that would punt on 2 unresolved issues until next year. Assistance for state and local governments requested by Democrats and liability protections from COVID-related lawsuits requested by Republicans.
Some Americans could be getting coronavirus vaccines early next week.
The FDA advisory panel voting to endorse the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Hospitals around the U.S. are prepping to roll out the vaccine as they wait on the final green light that could come as early as today.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. A security company's been hired to protect the building and everything inside since it's now completely unprotected. That building near Crystal Drive and Metro Parkway in Fort Myers burned for hours yesterday morning. Investigators say they still don't know the cause. Florida saw more than 11,000 COVID-19 cases yesterday. It is the highest since July 25th, but our infection rate is remaining steady. It's right around the medium to high mark. Joseph DeVoliere is going to spend 24 months on probation. He pleaded guilty to threatening to shoot up a Fort Myers FedEx facility through text message. In addition to his probation, he must complete 50 hours of community service and attend anger management classes. FGCU researchers have good news after a research mission where they studied red tide blooms in the Gulf. After 12 hours in the water yesterday, they did not see too many signs of red tide. Researchers say compared to a few weeks ago, the water looked a lot better. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Jamaica Bay Boulevard and South Tamimi Trail is slowing traffic heading northbound on 41 towards 6 Mile. Also delays in Fort Myers on Daniels Parkway heading west of Gateway. And we do have a crash at Park 78 Drive and Bayshore Road. This is delaying traffic heading eastbound on Bayshore Road to I-75. Also a delay on Palm Beach Boulevard heading west to the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, after the cool start, a comfortable afternoon with a high temperature of 75. We will see periods of cloud cover and periods of sunshine. Now, not a washout, but a few showers are going to be passing by for your Saturday. Any rainfall is likely going to be quick and overall brief. And then we wake up to areas of fog on Sunday, but one of the headliners for the weekend, 80s are set to return. And actually on Monday, we will see both some morning fog and a few showers with high temperatures near 80. Before we dip back down into the 70s by late next week. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed. Mornings with Drew Stevens. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Mel's Diner makes your holiday meals easy.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
This holiday season, Mel's Diner puts everyone in the spirit with Mel's Holiday Family Meals to Go. Serving up to 6 with entrees like Mel's famous slow roasted turkey or grilled Virginia ham, $49.99. Chicken mac and cheese, rosemary citrus pork chops, or key lime haddock, $59.99. And Mel's famous award-winning baby back ribs, $69.99. Most meals come with mashed potatoes and veggies. Click Mel'sDiners.com for details. It's for Mel's so you know everything's fresh, and you couldn't prepare it for less. It's a bell-ringing deal. Mel's Holiday Family Meals to Go. Reserve yours today. Mel's Diner gift cards are available now with a 20% bonus. For example, buy a $25 gift card and get 30. It's the gift everyone will enjoy. Make it home for the holidays with Mel's Diner.
Dunkin's Diamonds invites you to our greatest Christmas sale ever. With Christmas just around the corner, everything in the entire store is specially priced right now with tremendous savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the time to buy everything from diamonds to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale at Dunkin's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Dunkin's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. People come from all over because we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. It's definitely worth the drive to Dunkin's Diamonds. Save during this huge Christmas sale. Dunkin's Diamonds for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. We work very hard to make you happy because we believe in love. Come see us.
Dunkin's Diamonds. US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Hey, coming up, talk a little bit more about Facebook's antitrust lawsuit and about their abuse of dominance, and also how fact checkers relied on China and failing to update COVID numbers. And it goes into PolitiFact and how news organizations, along with Facebook, operate. You just need to know the process. It's sad. It shouldn't be happening. But when you have fact checkers who rely on communist Chinese information, putting it into their decisions on pants on fire and checking things out, I wonder if we should question the fact checkers. And even PolitiFact, who produced 8 fact checks that either used or relied on World Health Organization numbers that have been proven to be untrue. And a new report from CNN shows that Communist China was lying about how many of its citizens had contracted COVID-19 and how many deaths resulted from it. It's an MRC Newsbusters article that talks about this and how they made all of these claims. And what the fact checkers did was, the minute that people started to dispute it, reports of 10,000 dead in Wuhan on January 24th, 2020, they gave it a pants on fire claim because they went to the Chinese Communist government to say, and their information and their propaganda to go and put it all out there to say, oh, no, that's not exactly what happened. And why is that so serious? It's serious because of how it all plays out on Facebook and even other places, even news organizations. Because when you have the fact checkers, part of all of these liberal institutes, you got George Soros money floating in there, $1.3 million floating out there. Their Truthometer ratings from the 12 days around each party's convention show claims made by Democrats that were fact-checked by PolitiFact received 8 true ratings for every 1 false rating. During the same time period, claims made by Republicans received only 1 true rating for every 7 false ratings given to them by PolitiFact. Their program on Facebook has 10 U.S.-based fact checkers. With the exception of Check Your Fact, 8 of these organizations defend the left and receive benefit and are siding with propaganda from China. So what ends up happening, everybody? Facebook sees something on the website. They claim that the fact checker, PolitiFact, the left-leaning fact checker, PolitiFact, who sides and relies on information from China in this case, and who knows how many other cases, says, no, it's not true. So what does that allow Facebook to do? It allows them to censor your information. Now, to a bigger extent, when you hear that story, you can think of it, how many times PolitiFact and other of these fact of these fact checkers are being used by media outlets, local, state, national, across the country. And then you have to ask yourself, well, why are they doing that? Why do they rely on them knowing all this? Unless they don't want to know it because it's too easy, or maybe they agree with some of what they are saying. 239-479-5592. Hey, Jake, let me know when you've got our guest on the line. Hopefully you got my message, because I wanted to talk about that for a couple of minutes. Again, 239-479-5592. Oh, he's ready. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, before we go on and talk a little bit more about some of the other things that Facebook is doing, like how about this? A Pennsylvania principal got fired because of her conservative Facebook memes, and she's suing the school district. So there are consequences that are out there. Remember, these consequences only happen, everybody, if they are allowed to happen. And how do you fight back against this? And it's pretty simple. And I'll explain how simple it is. I mean, it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. It's not complete. It's a simple solution, but there's work involved. Let's put it that way. All right. Let's do this. 239-479-5592. You may know Seagate Baptist Church. You may know about them on I-75 there in Pine Ridge. And Pastor Glenn Wiggins is with Seagate Baptist Church. They always have this Naples Live Nativity, and I love it. And I wanted to find out, first of all, if they were doing it this year and a little bit more about that. So Pastor Glenn is joining us right now. Hey, it's Drew. How are you, my friend?
Hey, good morning, Drew. I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
So tell me a little bit about what is, first of all, happening this year. You've got the Live Nativity going on?
Yes, we got the Live Nativity going on. Excellent. We had to modify some things this year, but we're planning to go forward with it right now. We're excited about it. Now more than ever, people need the message of hope.
Mm-hmm. And so it's going on. Tell me the dates. It's happening right now?
It's happening tonight, Friday, the 11th, tomorrow night, Saturday, the 12th, and then the 13th, Sunday night, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock each night. 7 o'clock, there's a special children's presentation, and it's going to be a wonderful time. We also have, for the first time, a camel with us this year, and so that's going to be great.
Wow. All right.
And it's going to be wonderful. We've got hand sanitizing stations and all the 9 yards there, so we're excited about sharing the message of Christ this year, now more than ever.
Yeah. Pastor, tell me about, many people have been concerned about how politicians legislate and what they do and the reasons behind it. And maybe we can even put that aside for a second. But it does affect, it certainly does affect how people in their daily lives operate. And it also affects their spiritual health and their spiritual life in a lot of different ways. One would be the physical presence that so many people need, that is so important. When you're talking about the church, when you talk about people in the church and having that connection and being there personally, and then on the other side of it, certainly the struggles that are going on with COVID and the mental issues that have to be dealt with. Can you talk a little bit about that? How has it been working out there at Seagate Baptist, and what have you been doing, and what has it been like with the congregation?
Well, when we started out this process with COVID-19, like many of the other churches, we all went to online services. We got kind of thrown into that. But then after a while, when we got to open back up and start bringing people back into our congregation, we've realized something, that the church is very, very essential, which we always knew. And to see the difference, the first Sunday we kind of opened back up and had people come in to our congregation or building and not live stream only. When people walked out, they were so refreshed that they could be there. And they said, boy, we've enjoyed online, but we've missed being here. We've missed being able to worship together, be together, fellowship together. Of course, we did all the things you're supposed to do with safety. There's some things we changed, but, to see how people's lives have been affected, of course, you've seen all the statistics. You know them probably better than I do. Everything's on the rise. But people now more than ever need the hope that's in Christ And I'm thankful for a state and a governor who, from off the bat, recognizes that churches are essential. And I thank God for that, because it's really important for people's spiritual life to get into a good Bible preaching church.
Absolutely. And I will say this, that as we finish out here, I think this as well is something that is important, Pastor, is to be there for the Naples Live Nativity, to be part of it, and to experience it again for many different reasons, not just because it's fantastic and it's fun and it's great fellowship, but it is because it's also about not only getting back to this normal that we need, this not only the spiritual normal that we need, but to also hear that message of hope and to understand what is out there and what is coming. And you find that in only one place. And so I hope that people will be there, certainly coming up this weekend. All right, one more time, let everybody know where you're located. Let everybody know the details and the dates and the times, so everybody can be a part of this fantastic evening.
At Seagate Baptist Church, 1010 Whippoorwill Lane, right off Pine Ridge Road by the Naples Nissan there. And it's from tonight, December 11th to the 13th, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock each night. The special children's presentation at 7 o'clock each night. And we look forward to having you there. Our theme this year is A Thrill of Hope. Come out tonight and this week and find some real hope in and through Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. God bless you, Pastor Glenn. We always appreciate you doing this each and every year, and certainly we'll speak soon, okay? All the best.
Thank you for the time. You too, sir.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. 239-479-5592. So we appreciate, and again, it goes back to what we were just talking about, which is that, there are going to be situations in our lives that we don't get to address, that we don't get to talk about on the other side of everything that has been going on in our lives and our world. And sometimes I would dare say that there are probably people that are listening to the sound of my voice right now that sometimes forget how close we are. My fingers are thinly spread apart if you're watching on YouTube for the moment. From Christmas and even the holiday season, Hanukkah today, right? And the fact that we're like losing that because we're so busy thinking about other things that we're losing focus and losing, in a lot of ways, losing hope. And we forget, and we shouldn't allow that to happen. We shouldn't allow those that push fear constantly to affect our lives. When in this case, when it comes to the virus, what it is and isn't, right? Knowing and understanding all the details that you know intimately well. I hope you do. And even with the election, that there are patriots, there are people that are fighting each and every day to get to the truth, that will fight tooth and nail to make sure that our Constitution is honored and respected. It's not going to stop. That's the best part, right? There's something that I want you to take away from this break. It's this. As much as we like to talk about the left and how they never give up and how insane they are, and listen, if you are a Democrat and you hate that I'm constantly bringing you up as a Democrat, I want you to defend your party and defend what you do and what your party is about to do if they take hold of the office of president and even the Senate. I want you to defend it, because it's not defending the Constitution. And if you are offended by what I say and you don't have the power to change the party, then you need to re-examine your life and your priorities politically. And it's okay, because there is a value, conservatives, that we are all here. I didn't say party, I said conservatives, that are willing to embrace you and show you what it is about the Constitution in this country and the opportunities that you have that maybe you're questioning right now on the other side. I put that out there. But when you're talking about this election cycle, you also have to remember the patriots on the other side that will continue to fight. And even after this is over, it's not over for the patriots. They don't go away. They continue to fight. They continue to talk about this. They continue to press the media. They're going to continue to press all media, any media, everybody that does not speak the truth, that is trying to manipulate and is trying to censor and not allow your voice to be heard. Those that are on platforms that decide that they want to do this, we're not going away either. That's what I love. And even this weekend, there are going to be patriots that are going to be in Washington, D.C. again, that are going to be making sure that their voices are heard. And it's funny, I was just talking to my wife a minute ago, and we were talking about what's happening right now. And let's remember something else. Every single time that conservatives, Republicans lose, let's say, a battle in the courts, decisions made by politicians, elections, with the exception of this one, what have we done? We look, we examine, we get ready for the next time we step up to the plate, and we rally, and the patriots get together understanding that the Constitution and the rule of law stands. What's the left going to do? What's the left going to do if the Texas lawsuit goes to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court says, yep, we see the evidence, we see the mountains of evidence, the issues that we have of states that have gone against the Constitution and equal protection, and that we are going to side with the plaintiffs, and that we are going to allow the state legislatures now to suggest that the state legislatures or that the House of Representatives will make this decision, that we see the injury, we see the harm to these states, and we understand. And it comes to what John Rich has put $10,000 on, that the election is going to go the way of Donald Trump. What's the left going to do? What are you Democrats, your party, what are you guys going to do? You know what's going to happen. You're going to loot, you're going to burn, you're going to destroy, you're going to dox these Supreme Court justices, you're going to get in the face and dox the families of every single person that has done this to you, this horrible thing. This horrible thing of protecting the Constitution. Think about that. That's what you do. Is that who you are? 239-479-5592. Hey, Jake, do we have time to do Drew's College? I know I talked long. I'm looking at the time. Yay or nay?
Not really.
No. All right, listen. We'll put it off for today. My apologies. I ran long. I'm so sorry. We usually do Drew's College of Political Knowledge at this time. I am so sorry, but we certainly will get back to it on Monday. All right, coming up, let's take a break. At 8 o'clock, Byron Donalds is going to join us, Congressman-elect. We'll talk about these issues and other issues as well. And also top 5 audio clips of the day. The 5 at 8:35 will be coming up as well. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission. That was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO of Bonita Springs. 239-992-2626. 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake DeMolino for AMCO Bonita Springs.
Hey, this is Papa announcing our special discounts for the holiday season. If you have us clean and seal your tile roof, we'll also include your pavers and pool decks at no additional charge. Please let me thank all of you for your fantastic response to my wacky commercials that have made 2020 our best year in the past 34 years. If we clean and seal your tile roof, we can also change the color of your tile roof if you're tired of the existing color. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we wish you a safe and joyful holiday season. If you want to consider our special holiday discount offer, please call me Papa at 945-2700 for our free tile roof inspection. If we do find needed repairs, we'll make it affordable. Please call me at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1331790. Remember, area code 239-945-2700.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family a gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, there's an RV for every budget and lifestyle. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. Plus, every RV is holiday priced. Let your holiday adventure begin at La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers or LaMesaRV.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life. Drew's College of Political.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana, Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana, Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, there will be a meeting at Fort Myers High School to figure out how a security breach was able to happen yesterday afternoon. Police say a man who was Baker-acted and left Lee Memorial walked right onto school's campus and then got inside a building. He walked through the backyards of people living nearby before he was eventually detained. More than 179,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses are coming to our state. On Sunday, the FDA will look at authorizing use of Pfizer's vaccine. Governor Ron DeSantis announced the Pfizer vaccine vaccine should be in Florida within the week. He says people at long-term care facilities and healthcare workers who are in high-risk and high-contact environments are top priority. Joseph DeVoliere is going to spend 24 months on probation. He pleaded guilty to threatening to shoot up a Fort Myers FedEx facility through text message. In addition to his probation, he must complete 50 hours of community service and attend anger management classes. FGCU researchers have good news after a research mission where they studied red tide blooms in the Gulf. After 12 hours in the water yesterday, they did not see too many signs of red tide. Researchers say compared to a few weeks ago, the water looked a lot better. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic slowing on Colonial Boulevard heading west of Tree Line towards I-75. Also delays on Daniels westbound to 6 Mile, about 1 mile of a slowdown. If you're heading out of Cape Coral, we are slow on the Midpoint Bridge. No surprise there. Slowing traffic as well on the Cape Coral Bridge, but it's much quicker than the Midpoint Bridge. If you're in North Fort Myers, we are finally back up to speed on Bayshore Road heading eastbound to I-75. And the interstate is really just beautiful right now heading to and from Lee and Collier. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, after the cool start, a comfortable afternoon with a high temperature of 75. We will see periods of cloud cover and periods of sunshine. Now, not a washout, but a few showers are going to be passing by for your Saturday. Any rainfall is likely going to be quick and overall brief. And then we wake up to areas of fog on Sunday. But one of the headliners for the weekend, 80s are set to return. And actually on Monday, we will see both some morning fog and a few showers with high temperatures near 80 before we dip back down into the 70s by late next week. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for remembering our men and women serving overseas this Christmas season. Kim Gate, we need our number. What is our official number?
All right, 67,450.
67,450?
Yeah.
That is amazing, Kim.
Wonderful.
What an incredible number. I can't believe it's 67,000. Ah, 10,000 for the troops. You've done it again, Southwest Florida. Thank you. From 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Divorce can be complicated. Even more so if there are children involved. If you're a father and want to protect your rights, consider Cordell & Cordell. As a partner men can count on, they have helped men with matters like these for 30 years. Visit CordellCordell.com to learn more.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Cordell & Cordell, Miami, Florida. Lisa Carges, Florida resident partner. Announcers are not licensed attorneys.
This holiday season, give the most eternal, unique gift of the year. Name a star after someone. I'm Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, we'll name a star after anyone on your gift list. The star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office, and we will send an incredible personalized gift package. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com for the gift that shines forever.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No. Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. We stream live. Here we go. On YouTube for the time being. I don't know what they're going to do. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe and even Facebook. I have no idea what Facebook's going to be doing. But right now we're there, so you can watch. That's a good thing. For how long? Hey, who knows? We do what we do. All right. Let's see. If I am not mistaken, he is on the line with us right now. U.S. Representative-elect Byron Donalds, 19th Congressional District. Here he is. Good morning. How are you, Byron?
Good morning, Drew. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too. And I'm so glad that you're with us this morning, enjoying what has been, boy, hasn't it been a magical season? It's been, what a year, and even culminating with where we are right now. First of all, let's talk about some of the things that are happening. How do you feel now as you're getting ready very soon? You'll be making your way there to D.C. and all the things that are going on. Maybe first just a quick overview of your thoughts, and then we can dig into some of the issues.
You remember that movie, The Campaign, with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis?
Is that how we're starting this?
His motto, Zach's motto is always, "I'm taking my broom because it's a mess."
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been, I've been up there a couple of weeks for orientation,
right,
and it really is a mess. I think it's just massive bureaucracy everywhere. Even when you're just trying to choose an office, it's bureaucratic. The politics and really the phony politics are just rampant. I was up there when Nancy Pelosi had her press conference about, well, now that it looks like the environment's changing, we can have now a real COVID relief package. And, media, especially up there in the Beltway, just acted like it was no big deal. And we're seeing her press conference. We're watching it, live. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess now we can negotiate, not really looking at it from the true lens that she played the worst politics, frankly, ever in American history. Because if you believe the left, this is a pandemic catastrophe where the federal government is the only entity that can do anything. And yet, and still, she did nothing because she wanted the president to lose. That's not even just a big story. In my opinion, that's cause for actually being removed from the House of Representatives. It's treasonous in some respects. And she purposefully did nothing. That's no big deal. The fact that we have vaccines on the way, but the left totally talked it down and said it could never happen. And now that it's here, Joe Biden's trying to take credit. Like I said, I'm taking my broom.
Yeah.
Because, it's just a flat mess up there.
Yeah, and a couple of things about Pelosi and that issue. The first issue would be, I'm just going to throw this out there. I was mentioning this earlier, and the fact that Bill Nye the Science Nut was trying to demonstrate to everybody how a double-sided mask there was going to prevent air from blowing out a candle. I'm just making the suggestion that the air flows the opposite way as well. And I'm not sure that Nancy Pelosi needs to be wearing something that is going to restrict the amount of oxygen that may be getting into her body. I'm just putting that out there. I'll put that aside for just a minute. But the other side of it is the big issue, Byron, and it's this. There are individuals that we are seeing right now, that we are seeing the light of day, thanks to this president. I'll say it, it's true, where people like Eric Swalwell, who we are seeing now, a representative out of California, who made a unlikely presidential run. It seems that an unlikely presidential run might be something that would be likely if that individual would be connected to some people who, number one, would like influence in D.C., and number two, might be able to help to fund that possibility because they want to get as many people in as possible, that be the Chinese Communist Party. We know the story about Eric Swalwell right now. Give me your impression on what you're hearing and what you've heard about this story and how important it is to to listen. You gotta swing the door open. You gotta pull the veil back, and you need to shine that light on anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter who it is.
I totally agree. I mean, there has to be serious investigations that go on with Eric Swalwell. He's got to answer questions. I'm almost wondering if we need a special prosecutor just for him, because it's serious. I think that the one thing that we got to remember is, I forget the other guy's name, but he lies all the time. Oh, Adam Schiff.
Yep.
Adam Schiff put Eric Swalwell in charge of CIA oversight. So think about this. You have a guy who's been in bed, literally, with the Chinese government, who was put in charge of CIA oversight by Adam Schiff. Meanwhile, they spent the last 2.5 to 3 years, frankly, the last 4 years, trying to tie Russia to the president of the United States. And of course, Eric Swalwell was at the center of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it a step further. Let's be perfectly clear. The Chinese government wanted Donald Trump to lose. They did not want Donald Trump to remain as president of the United States. And so when you have a story break like this on a member of Congress who's in charge of CIA oversight under the Democrat-controlled House, there have to be massive investigations. I think Kevin McCarthy was right to call for them. Nancy Pelosi, was basically stuttering her way through her press conference, trying to defend one of her acolytes. But he has to be investigated. And again, this is something where this is critical to national security, because you can't have a member of the House in charge of CIA oversight. I want to repeat myself. Who then is literally in bed with the Chinese government.
Yeah.
I mean, literally in bed.
Yeah, literally. Not too figuratively and literally, if you're talking about honeypots and the like. And before we get to the discussion about Freedom Force, because I do want to talk about that as well, with Byron Donalds, who's joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. And something that I brought up yesterday, and I think this is critical, and I think you are a part of this. Because people are going to say, well, all right, I'm hearing a lot about this. I'm hearing the corruption. I want light to be shining on everybody and everything that is going on in D.C. You're talking about bringing the broom and sweeping it out. But some people are like, sometimes it's just too big. What do we do? And I brought up yesterday that I think it's important that we also do not forget local and state elections. I think we have to focus on cultivating, and this is why I bring you up in all of this, is cultivating people in our communities and voting for people in our communities that will be the ones that will ultimately make their way to Washington, D.C. to make changes. We have to do it here in order to affect it there.
I agree.
Okay.
I think no, you're right. I totally agree. I think, the biggest thing is that it's a new day in politics. I think what you got to make sure we have are people who, if they're deciding to run for office, who didn't go through the normal political traps. I think those people need to be supported. I think it's interesting what happens when you kind of come in from the outside, I guess. I mean, I served in a state house, so I guess you could say I didn't really come in from the outside, but, I was never really the favored son in local politics when I decided to get involved. I was, kind of an outsider, Tea Party guy, and, really fortunate to represent the area. What I would tell you is that in the freshman class that I've seen, the people that are coming in with me, you have a lot of members who are coming in from the outside, men and women who did not choose politics first, second, or third. They had other things going on in their life, and they decided to get involved, and they're going to Congress too. And I think, what they're really looking at is an opportunity to really clean house, to bring fresh ideas, to hold everybody accountable. That's Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. It doesn't matter. I think that's what you're going to start seeing in the next Congress in the 117th. And I got to tell you, even going into conference meetings and walking around Capitol Hill, there's a lot of members who've been around a long time. And I think we really need a fresh perspective, no matter what community you're talking about, right, especially here in Southwest Florida.
Yeah, I would agree. And that's the point, right? Is that, when you bring that fresh perspective, the fresh is also the values that we hold, the constitutional values that we hold, the rule of law values that we hold. And you have to bring them here from our district, other districts around the state, around the country, to bring them to D.C. to make that change. And I think it could definitely happen. And I wonder, I'll ask you one, I got to ask you, this question is kind of tough, but I'm asking it anyway. And you tell me what you think.
Sure.
I'm so worried about people who, for the sake of the visual, and
and to make people think that they can do it, looking to reach across the aisle. I'm willing to reach across the aisle, and I'm willing to work with. It's been a long time since, for me, that has been something that is the right idea. And I'll say it. And let me say it a different way. I don't trust the Democrats. I just don't. I see what they do. I see what's going on. I see the politics at play. Anytime a Democrat says, yeah, I'm willing to talk to a Republican, I'm willing to, it always feels like you are reaching to them and they're not reaching anywhere. All they're doing is pulling you over the line to come to their ideology or their view. And I don't know how you do that right now. Have you thought about that? Like, how do you make that combination work? Because for many people, and for me, it's always been, forget them. We have to defeat them. Our values and the president has shown this for 4 years, how the policies, the right policies, are show and give success to everyone. So how do you do that?
I would say that if you go back to Ronald Reagan's first inaugural address, I think he said it best. When it comes to principle, there can be no compromises. And that's really what it comes down to. There's going to be bills. There's going to be different nuances in policy where there can be some mutual agreement or compromise, or you work with the other side to kind of figure it out. Right. But when it comes to principles, that you can't compromise principles. Yeah. And I think that's the issue that a lot of voters, whether you're Republican or Democrat, you want people who are going to hold to the principles that they say they have. You want people who are going to do what they said they were going to do when they ran for office. I think as long as you're doing that, then that actually lets the other side know that you're serious and you weren't just pandering, you weren't just giving lip service, that this is going to be the playing field upon which we're going to negotiate tax policy, budget policy, immigration policy, healthcare, whatever the case might be. But you can't sacrifice your principles. You can't sacrifice the Constitution. The second thing I would tell you is that that's what elections are for. I'm going to Georgia next week to help keep the Senate under Republican control, because at the end of the day, in a legislative body, you got to have the numbers in order to carry your principles across the line. The third thing I would say is that, and like I said, the freshmen who are coming in with me, there's 42 of us going into this freshman class, the largest freshman class on the Republican side since the Tea Party wave in 2010. You put that in your mind for a moment. And the thing we've been talking about is it's not just good enough to fight to get the majority. We think we're going to take the majority in 2 years. It's not good enough just to have the majority for majority's sake. When you have the majority, then you got to run the play. Then you actually have to do the things that everybody spent money on and everybody raised money for, and all the TV ads and all the mail pieces and all the door knocking. When you have the numbers, you got to run the play. And I think as long as you do those things, I think we're going to be fine as a republic. I think Republican voters are going to be happy. And frankly, I think the country's going to be better off. But you can't sacrifice principle. That's number one.
Yeah. And I think that's what we've proven. And I think what the president has proven, that you put the right policies in place and all of a sudden you see the benefits, and then you have the other side that wants to do the opposite. How do you defend that? That's the whole idea, is that when the principles that you talk about are shown to work for everyone, it's hard to defend that. You can't defend that play. So
last thing I'll tell you, Drew, real quick. Last thing I'll tell you is a couple of days ago, I was at Evangelical Christian School in Fort Myers. Went up there, just to talk about the Constitution, talk about the policies that I believe in. Now, your listeners might be like, why is he in a high school? Because those young kids are going to be voting, a lot of them, in the next election. They're going to be first-time voters in 2022. They're going to be two-time voters in 2024. So it's not just, and I love your show, man, but it's not just talk radio in the morning. It's in our schools. It's in our communities. It's frankly going to black communities and brown communities and going on shows where they never hear Republicans. You got to talk about these principles, man, and that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I know what a lot of my incoming freshmen are going to be doing. And just stay tuned, because I really do believe that if we do that, if we work hard, if we push the agenda, if we actually take our values to all voters, we'll win. Period.
Well, it's a little bit of talk radio, my show, right? It's a little tiny, little baby bit in the morning, right?
We'll do some talk radio too. We'll do some talk
throw me a bone here, firing a little bit of. Okay. No, that was funny. All right, listen. Do you have one more second for one more question? Because I wanted to ask about the Freedom Force. Is that okay?
Yeah, tell everybody about the Freedom Force, because I like this.
So the Freedom Force is a creation of Nicole Maliotakis in New York, Maria Salazar in Miami, myself, Burgess Owens out of Utah, and Victoria Spratt out of Indiana, and also Carlos Jimenez out of Miami. And what we wanted to have are people who either have dealt with socialism and communism directly in the countries they came from. In the case of Victoria, she grew up in the Ukraine under the Iron Curtain, or guys like Burgess Owens and myself who grew up in inner cities under democratic socialism control. I mean, the Democrats didn't call it democratic socialism then. They just called it liberalism, but they haven't changed their policies. And we wanted to have a group of members who could go against the Squad, who could go against the Justice Democrats, who could take on Ocasio-Cortez. I'll never call her AOC. I'm just not doing it. Who will take on Ocasio-Cortez or Omar or Tlaib or Ayanna Pressley or anybody else who wants to espouse these radical left-wing policies, especially those who try to treat them as if they are fairness. They're the things that made America wonderful. They're the things that are going to rise all people out of poverty. It's a lie. It's not true. But you got to have people, you got to have messengers who can actually take that fight to them, but also promote a conservative agenda for the country. And so that's kind of how the Freedom Force got put together. I think Nicole said it in an interview to the New York Post, and the name caught fire, and that's just the name that stuck.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that idea. I love that, and in Utah 4, where Burgess won that race, that was the district that I was living in at the time. There in Utah back in 2016, 2017, and I can tell you, meeting him a few different times, he's awesome. And the fact that all of you together, the message is critical. It's important that your voices and your perspective, all of you, be heard generationally. That they hear, because there are those that are going to say, absolutely, I understand. There are going to be those, like you talked about, in the high schools that don't know, that won't hear that, have maybe never heard that perspective. How important is that going to be? And then on a federal level, to be able to put that out there as well, I think that's going to be critical. So that's good stuff. All right, I'm looking at the time, and I've got to run. Byron Donald's joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Anytime, here we are. Anytime you want to call, anytime you want to reach out, anytime you want to come on, feel free to do so.
Definitely will. Drew, God bless you guys. Love you guys, Southwest Florida. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right. Merry Christmas, my friend. We'll see you soon. All right, there he goes. Byron Donald's joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. And
this is 92.5 Fox News. There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing costs program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, call us at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
I love being a bartender. I love waiting tables. But at the end of my shift, my feet were killing me. And so I had to pretend like I was having a good time, and really, I couldn't wait to sit down. But it wasn't just my feet, it was also my knees were achy. A lot of neck pain, too. I was in so much pain, I kind of lost hope, really. And then I saw the Good Feet store, and that's when everything changed.
For over 20 years, we've helped people like Kristen enjoy their work again without their feet getting in the way.
It was pretty shocking to realize that I'd been in so much pain, and suddenly I'm completely pain-free. Now that I have the Good Feet arch supports, I don't have to pretend to be happy. I'm genuinely happy. So, cheers. My name is Kristen, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Call 552-FEET or visit us in Naples or our newest store in Fort Myers.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Stay break 92.5 Fox News. Okay, so not only do we have, this is funny, not only do we have Time, the person of the year, as two persons, one being Joe Biden and one being Kamala Harris. You know, it's
I got hairy legs that turn that turn blonde in the sun.
There we go. But we also have LeBron James named Time Athlete of the Year for his work to stop voter suppression. Say, remind me why again? Why are we paying attention to Time? Well, I mean, yeah, it's because it's in the news and it's funny and we get to laugh and we get to see, okay, there you go. But Joe Biden still has hairy legs. So there's always
facts.
Yeah, there's always the facts. All right, top 5 audio clips of the day. The 5 at 8:35 is coming up. Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, I believe, will be joining us as well. And your phone calls, too, coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Duncan's Diamonds invites you to our greatest Christmas sale ever. With Christmas just around the corner, everything in the entire store is specially priced right now with tremendous savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the time to buy everything from diamonds to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. People come from all over because we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. It's definitely worth the drive to Duncan's Diamonds. Save during this huge Christmas sale. Duncan's Diamonds for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. We work very hard to make you happy because we believe in love. Come see us.
Duncan's Diamonds. US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these 3 things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all 3, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? street. Did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month leases, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tech, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per $1,000 borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
This Wink News update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. A security company's been hired to protect the building and everything inside since it's now completely unprotected. That building near Crystal Drive and Metro Parkway in Fort Myers burned for hours yesterday morning. Investigators say they still don't know the cause. Florida saw more than 11,000 COVID-19 cases yesterday. It is the highest since July 25th, but our infection rate is remaining steady. It's right around the medium to high mark. Joseph DeVoliere is going to spend 24 months on probation. He pleaded guilty to threatening to shoot up a Fort Myers FedEx facility through text message. In addition to his probation, he must complete 50 hours of community service and attend anger management classes. FGCU researchers have good news after a research mission where they studied red tide blooms in the Gulf. After 12 hours in the water yesterday, they did not see too many signs of red tide. Researchers say compared to a few weeks ago, the water looked a lot better. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at 6 Mile in Daniels Parkway, slowing traffic heading southbound on 6 Mile. Also westbound delays on Daniels Parkway for about a half mile. Colonial Boulevard is packed as well. Heading west of Tree Line to the interstate, the average speed is only at about 19 miles per hour. If you are heading out of Lehigh Acres or Gateway, I would hop on that Daniels extension. That's going to be your quickest option. Delays on McGrucker Boulevard heading south of Colonial Boulevard down towards Winkler Road. But we still look great on Summerlin. That's going to be the best way to navigate around that headache on McGregor. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, after the cool start, a comfortable afternoon with a high temperature of 75. We will see periods of cloud cover and periods of sunshine. Now, not a washout, but a few showers are going to be passing by for your Saturday. Any rainfall is likely going to be quick and overall brief. And then we wake up to areas of fog on Sunday, but one of the headliners for the weekend, 80s are set to return. And actually on Monday, we will see both some morning fog and a few showers with high temperatures near 80 before we dip back down into the 70s by late next week. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Hi,
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family, at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, coming up in just a second. And your phone calls as well, 239-479-5592. All right, let's get to some of the audio. Top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5. When we come into the new Congress on January 3rd, the Democrats don't just vote for who's going to become Speaker. If you vote for Nancy Pelosi, you're now voting to put Adam Schiff back on the Intel and Swalwell. And now you know this information too. So you better watch how you vote.
That's right. You better watch out and you better not cry and you better not pout. That is Representative Kevin McCarthy, who's like, listen, I don't know if you realize this, but with all the China spy honeypot things going on and the votes that could possibly be happening as well, that you might have some individuals that will be in charge that shouldn't be in charge. And we're really concerned about who's in charge. And we're concerned about that, right? But there's still a lot going on with the Chinese Communist Party and Swalwell and others, and we'll get to that more coming up.
Number 4.
The American people deserve to be heard. These affidavits are real. The folks that you put on your program are real. And as this lawsuit very clearly says, either the Constitution matters or it is a mere piece of parchment in the National Archives. Let's stand for the Constitution.
Yeah, let's stand for the Constitution, please. That is Kayleigh McEnany on Hannity last night talking about the case that will be filed with the Supreme Court to invalidate what is this election and the results in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and the concerns about that and the concerns about protecting the Constitution. And we are just hopeful that there are enough people on the court that feel that way as well, unless, of course, there's something else to it, which we'll talk about in just a minute.
Number 3.
If we don't address this correctly right now, we are going to face even worse problems with the hospitals and our healthcare system that has to take care of us all. If they're not able to do that, that's going to be a bigger problem than anything else we could possibly imagine. So we're not targeting anybody. The virus is.
The virus is targeted. That's right. So in Pennsylvania, Governor Tom Wolf says, listen, we got to have new restrictions, new COVID restrictions happening on Thursday, because the mask mandates Well, they don't actually work, but that's not the point. Where he's talking about, listen, the gyms, casinos, and indoor dining, we got to close them up for the next 3 weeks because, COVID is just like, I don't work out. Yeah, I keep this figure perfectly just by entering people's bodies. So, yeah, I don't want to. I don't really understand why it's gyms and, well, you know the deal.
Number 2.
She broke barriers in business and sports to become one of the most successful business women in Georgia history. And in a very short period of time, I can tell you, she has emerged as one of the most courageous and principled conservative voices in the United States Senate. We need Senator Kelly Loeffler back in Washington, D.C.
Vice President of the United States campaigning there for Kelly Loeffler in Georgia, an important seat. Of course, both are very important. And it's good to see the vice president out there.
Number 1.
I just want to deal in fact because there is so much speculation out there and there is zero evidence that Hunter Biden or Joe Biden did anything wrong here.
We should note, again, and you and I have said this in the air many times, there is no evidence that Joe Biden was, involved in any wrongdoing.
Of course, I want to note that there is no evidence that Joe Biden or Hunter Biden has done anything wrong.
I just want to reiterate.
And let's be clear for the viewers.
There is no evidence Biden did anything wrong.
I'll note again, because it's important.
There is no, I repeat, no.
There is no evidence that either Biden did anything illegal.
There's been no evidence. There was no evidence.
There's no evidence. There is no evidence.
There is not an iota of evidence.
No evidence Biden did anything wrong.
Oh, good. Okay. Good to know. There you go. A little flashback thanks to our friends at MRC, and they did a great job. Newsbusters, a compilation of the mainstream media saying, listen, in 2019, when all the Hunter Biden issues started to come up and China Joe and the like, and it's like, there's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. There's no evidence. There's nothing to worry about. Sit back. He's going to be president for possibly, maybe.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
A possible maybe, it may be possible. I don't know. Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com. He knows everything.
About... No, but I know where it is. I don't know everything, but I know where to find it.
Find it? What is it?
Yeah, everything.
Okay. Where is everything?
It's over there. Right there. Squint. Look, I love your montage from MRC and Newsbusters people. Yeah. I'll see your montage from the media and raise it to one from Joseph Robinette Biden Jr.
Go.
Wait a minute. Why aren't you hearing it?
I don't know. Why am I not hearing it?
Oh, I know why.
Okay.
Because I'm adult.
I forgot about that part.
I didn't put the lime in the coconut.
All right.
You can hear me plugging in.
There you go. There. Now drink it all down.
Now, people. Now. Mocking my idiocy.
Do you want to start again?
No one has indicated of any consequence that anything was done wrong or illegally by me or by my son. My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about? China is a bunch of garbage. Nobody believes it. There's absolutely zero basis to the accusation that I acted any way inappropriately or that my son did. You know there's not one single bit of evidence, not one little tiny bit, to suggest anything done was wrong.
No, not one scintilla
Oh.
of evidence. There's a mountain of evidence! There's a mountain of evidence, and on the tippy top of the mountain of evidence is a 2.75 carat diamond that was under Hunter's pillow when he was in China.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. That's how you avoid taxes. You put the diamond under the pillow, and then you put it in your pocket, and you take it home, and nobody's the wiser. You don't have to claim it. It's probably about a $70,000 diamond. It was a really good one, not one of the QVC, cubic zirconia.
I love those. I love those. Come on, China Joe. Okay. Sorry, I got a little. I love the China Joe. Thank you for reminding me yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to say something now to kind of bring everything to a screeching halt. And no, not really. But
it's my job.
That's your job. And then kind of opine on this thought that I have. The case is it's a mountain of evidence. The American Thinker has a great article out, a summary of it, so you can see every single thing, and it's a lot. And it's verifiable, and it's unreal, all of it. Okay. goes to the Supreme Court. The thing that's different now than maybe in the past, and here's my concern, is I'm worried that the Supreme Court will make the decision on this based on the results and what will be done by individuals who don't care about the rule of law, who've proven it over the summer that they don't care about it. And as a matter of fact, if they don't like you, they'll dox you, they'll find where you live, they'll stand in front of your house. They may even say something to your kids while they're in school that can get ugly. And they don't want their name attached to what will be the destruction of cities and some of the doxing that could go on. The intimidation factor is so great that I don't think, even with the mountain of evidence, that they're going to let this move forward.
Well, you might be right,
Yeah.
Drew Steele.
I don't want to
But
bring everybody down, but
I prefer to arm myself with the full armor of God, gird my loins, face magnetic north, and pray that there are people with stronger spines than some people who are saying, hey, we can't let the bullies win. No, at some point, this is exactly what what's the exact quote? When the Sunshine Patriots will wither away. We need to. This is when good men will stand up and say enough.
Yes.
And I do think, look, this is a coin flip right now. The way the Supreme Court could go. We don't even know if they're going to take the case.
Right.
But you have more than a third of the states have said, hold on here. More than 100 members of the House of Representatives have signed notes that said, you can't let this go forward without at least looking at it. So all we want is a chance. All we want is to be in the game.
Right.
And look, if it goes the other way, I will see you in the gulag, because I'm certainly headed that way if there's a Biden-Harris presidency, just for all the things I've said about the guy who really lives about 12 miles from where I'm sitting right now. So I think they know me. Talk about being doxxed. So I'll see you there. But America will survive no matter what.
Right.
But here's the thing, Drew. How can Democrats let all of this go forward? The Hunter Biden, the Swalwell crap with his father and brother hung on to their social media friendship with Fang Fang until Wednesday. That 5 years after, how can they let that go? And I will tell you, there's a theory out. Somebody sent me the wildest theory, and now I was up all night thinking about it.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, Joe Biden, obviously, if he crosses the finish line, God forbid. Joe Biden as president, he's got a couple of months, and then he says to Kamala, I'm not feeling too good. And she says, well, come over here. We'll go downstairs, and gives him a little extra push. And so he's done. And then we start hearing about her, because now there are emails that show Kamala Harris was tied into some of Hunter Biden's deals.
Oh, where are we going? Oh, don't you say no. So you think there's going to be even more?
Yeah, I think this is the note I got. Said follow this momentum here.
Yeah.
So Joe gone, Kamala gone, President Pelosi.
No.
I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to scare anybody.
No. Which, by the way, I brought this up earlier, and I'm going to bring it up again because I thought it was so good. That it came, especially the fact that it came off the top of my head, that I want to run with it again. Can we just do something, and this might even play into Joe Biden as well. Can we do something, anything, about Nancy Pelosi being in front of large groups of people, or the press, as it were, and she's making her case to the press wearing one of those double cloth masks? Because if you remember, it was not too long ago, if I can find the audio, it was Bill Nye the Science Nut, who was trying to convince everybody that the masks were so awesome because if you got the double cloth masks, see how I cover the mask over my face, and when I try to blow the candle out, the candle doesn't go anywhere. Isn't that awesome? You see how we protect each other with masks? Well, I might make the case that air goes in the other direction, moron, and there might not be enough oxygen getting into Nancy Pelosi's head. And so maybe we should not, maybe she's far enough away, maybe if she's distanced enough, to take the mask off. I'm concerned about enough oxygen getting into her body.
Yeah, you're really concerned about that. I can tell you. I'd send her another mask if I were
That's
you.
easy. But no, I just put that out there. All right, let me put something else out there for you as we discuss more with Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, Opelka. And it's this. What do you think is the... Because Rush brought it up yesterday. He's convinced that the reason why the media is starting to talk about Hunter and everything else now is because that's the plan. Do you think that could be part of the plan? That to get rid of Biden that way is to, as opposed to pushing him down the stairs, helping him down the stairs, Kamala Harris, that maybe it's quite the opposite. It's the media's made this decision long ago that if Joe is in, then all of this stuff would come out after the fact, and then there you go. That's how you make change.
Well, it's certainly tidier. It's certainly something that you can say, well, you don't want to feel sorry for the guy that he got sick, or we finally realized that the neurons were all messed up between the ears. It's certainly an easier way to say we just can't do this because he knew. Biden knew, his kid did. It's just, it makes better sense in terms of swallowing it. Although, Biden being shuffled off could be, maybe, is that more dignified than being a criminal or having a kid who was a criminal or running a criminal enterprise? Because it sure does look like James Biden and his wife and Hunter and Joe were all reaping substantial benefits from Joe's connections.
You mean China Joe? Sorry, can't get enough of that now.
I know. It's funny. It is funny, and it's fabulous at the same time. But I do think that that's the choice. Maybe they give him the choice. Maybe this is that old choice. Joe, you can either go because you're incapable of doing the job, or you can go because you're a crook. Your call.
Yeah. Well, and it goes to my worries about Republicans, which would be that they would look at that as some kind of victory. Like Joe being gone, like the consolation prize.
No,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That you almost feel like no. This whole that's why people are frustrated. This whole thing has to be turned around. I'm not satisfied with Kamala getting the gig. I'm not satisfied with Pelosi getting it either.
Well, I do think that we have to take it one at a time, but prepare for each one of these to go the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm preparing for the Supreme Court to take the case and win or lose. And I pray to God that we win, that this ends up disqualifying those electors or giving the states the right to rename their electors. It's not overturning an election because there hasn't been an election yet. But so I'm ready for either reality. And if that means Joe, then we have to believe that Joe is a short timer.
Yeah. All right, as we enter into the weekend, before we go, give me something that has been on your mind besides that last thing. Something else that's maybe not been keeping you up, but when you woke up this morning, you're like, oh, this is something I've got to talk about.
I'm looking at all of the stories about how connected our lives are through the internet and all of the stuff. I don't have an Alexa at home, and I'm sorry I said that because now all
everybody's right.
Hey Alexa, I love doing that. But do you have a Roomba or a robot vacuum cleaner?
I never got one of those because I find them creepy.
They are creepy. I don't have one either. But the Roomba robot vacuum cleaners, all of them, can be repurposed to listen to your conversations in your home.
That's what I need.
Just what you need, right? My Roomba is spying on me. So I want to put that out there. My Roomba is spying on me. And then the other story that makes me actually feel good and trust government.
Yeah.
Today's the 12th anniversary of Bernie Madoff getting arrested for the Ponzi scheme that took millions and billions from people. But it's also today's the day that the Madoff victims are going to get another tranche of money that has been clawed back by our government.
Wow.
By some of the brilliant people involved. $488 million will be given back to Madoff victims today.
Wow. All right.
So government does good things.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
This much, my fingers are thinly spread apart. All right. All right, we got to go. I hear the music, and there's Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, and who knows, maybe even next week we'll talk more about China Joe. China Joe. Sorry. All right.
Rumba, stop listening to us.
Go away.
Gotta go.
I'm shooing the rumba away from my feet. All right. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
Clouds and sunshine for you Friday with highs in the 70s. We're in the 80s for the weekend with a few showers possible Saturday and then areas of morning fog on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. True Steel. Weekday mornings at 6 on 92.